just never knew how to tell you.
I would be able to talk about my life.
I ever loved a vodka.
I have 2 moms. You want me to say it out loud?
The film actor Sabu was born in India under a banyan tree outside the city of Mysore. As a child, he was discovered and cast by a British film crew scouting locations for the Alexander Korda film, Elephant Boy. The film was a great success. The West beckoned to Sabu. Sabu moved to England and then to Hollywood, starring in films like Jungle Book, Thief of Baghdad, and Black Narcissus. Sabu became a big box office star, the only Indian to achieve international success in Western cinema.
Just wait a second, Dad.
What's the matter? Is there a head in the fence?
No, that's hair in the gate. No, it's your voice, Dad. You sound like the Prince of Wales.
This is the way I usually speak, better.
No, it's not, Dad.
Excuse me, please. Please be careful. They're in alphabetical order. Don't mess them up.
Wait, Dad. Did you hear me? I was calling you.
Sabu found fame and fortune in Hollywood. Still only a teenager, Sabu was living the life that most immigrants to the West could only dream of. When my son was a boy, I'd make him watch Sabu's films on television. I'd allow him to stay up late. It was important. He should know that we can succeed in the countries. That it's possible.
Good, Dad. That was nice.
Was that what you wanted?
Perfect. Now, let's talk a little bit about yourself. Your dreams of coming to England, and then what life here was really like. Smells good, Dad. Hello, Mowgli. Looks like it's just you and me. Oh, I have something for you. A peace offering.
Hey, I was listening to that.
It's a fusion of Indian music and jazz.
Fusion or confusion?
I tried calling you for ages last night.
Treated the kids next door, other people's grandchildren.
Where's Mum?
She's gone to the mosque. We just missed her. Staying for dinner?
I'd really love to stay, but I have a session with Rog. He's squeezing me in late. Feeling a bit stressed.
Of course you're stressed. Life is stressed. It's not bad enough that you're going to see a psychiatrist. Let's have to call him a Rock.
That's his name.
What does he call you? Doris?
You know, he's got a theory about your hostility.
You discuss me with him. I forbid you to discuss me with him.
Well, that would save me a small fortune.
I thought you were on your diet. No willpower.
And it's not a diet. It's a lifestyle thing.
No wheat, no dairy, no meat.
All the things you said were good for us when I was a kid. They're not. I came to this country in the 70s. I wanted to be a police officer, but the force wouldn't accept me. So I became a security guard in a bank. I worked there most of my life. I stayed alert, stayed polite. I'm proud of what I do. Proud of being loyal. Year after year I applied to the force. But it's not the job you do, it's how well you do it.
You want me to say that?
Something like that.
Okay. You're the director.
I need to talk to you about something.
You've decided to find a nice Muslim girl and give us a reason to live?
I've shown our film to some important people. What we shot so far, they're really excited. It's a good opportunity for me, this, Dad. But we need to finish the film first.
Better get to it then. Chop chop. Look, I really don't think you should be making a film about Sabu.
Why not?
Because, you're not...
What?
Well, you're not worthy.
Worthy?
You're making fun of a great star. A Hollywood star? Who do you think you are?
Hollywood star. He was a colonialist fantasy. Those films, Dad, they looked at Sabu with a colonizer's gaze.
Look, I do not understand how a microwave works. How do I know what is the colonizer's gaze? Why make a film about someone you despise? Sabu had an unnatural natural beauty. Such a beautiful body, a muscular, athletic physique. I told my son, look at Sabu's body, that he should exercise and himself look like Sabu. But I mean, he was always reading his books and playing with his dolls, singing songs. He was never interested in exercise.
You know, the way you talk about him, it's almost like...
Like what?
Those movies filmed him like he was a woman. And you bought into it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you never look at white actors' bodies the same way.
What are you trying to say?
You ogle him the same way those films did because he was Asian, and you bought into it.
And these white boys you take up with? How does that look at you? Amin?
Wait! Please, before I die, may I ask one?
Where is he?
I think he's in the garden.
What? What are you doing?
I wanted some fresh air.
Dad, we're waiting for you inside.
Good Muslims don't drink or smoke, you know. You're taking years off your life.
Yeah, but just the last crap ones.
Life begins at 50. Poor Sabu. Died so young. He probably smoked. Anyway, he wasn't a Muslim.
I don't think it was smoking. I think he was crushed by a film industry that rejected him when he became an adult. He couldn't get any decent work, he gave up hope.
It happens to all the child actors when they get older.
It's about racism, Dad. A packy leading man kissing a white woman on screen. It was never gonna happen.
That's your answer for everything. He had a white wife in real life, American kids. Sabu triumphed over racism.
Triumphed? In LA, Sabu's house was burnt down.
Sure,
Probably
you
by
were
the Ku
there.
Klux Klan or something.
You know this, you know everything, I know nothing.
Dad, let's just get back inside and finish this.
Fine, fine. Time to be a puppet again. What do I have to say this time, huh?
You can talk about Sabu's later life, when he couldn't get any work. When he realized he wasn't white, American, Western enough. When he realized he'd always be a packy.
When I get back, I want all of you out of my house.
What? Dad?
When he was growing up, I tried not to talk too much about the past, but back home. I thought I should focus on the future. Tell him what he needed to know about this place. Instead, he told me.
He left Uganda with no money. Started from scratch. He rebuilt his life. His courage. How'd he do it? It couldn't have just been so his son can have a better life. It just couldn't.
What coins to use at the laundromat? Which bus goes where? And those movies with Alec Guinness and Peter Sellers, dipped in cocoa, putting on Indian accents, and everyone laughing. They were laughing at me. He taught me this.
I remember when I first told him I was gay. I remember his face. In that moment, I imagined if he could, he'd swap me for anyone. Anyone else's son.
On the night he told us, he stayed over. It took courage. He knew we were upset. He wanted things to be all right. I peeked into his room like I used to do when he was a child. He was awake, pretending to be asleep. I could always tell. Want some food?
No, thanks. Mum gone to bed?
No. The marriage committee went on until late. Give me a cigarette.
I thought good Muslims don't drink or smoke.
Don't teach me about good Muslims. Had a nice therapy session?
I had to cancel. You can turn the volume back up.
I am Mowgli of the jungle, back in the night. Now that I have my tooth, who shall stay me when I strike? I'll complete you full.
Really? You sure?
Well, I didn't play cricket or football with you when you were a child. I think I owe you.
Well, we don't need much more, Dad. We'll be done in a few hours.
Fine, fine. Let's have Thief of Baghdad for a while, okay?
Okay. I just need to get something from the car. You meet me out back?
Out back? Just like the drive-ins back home.
I thought you'd like this.
How's Adam? That's his name, isn't it?
Yeah. No. No. His name's Aiden.
Aiden? What the hell kind of a name is Aiden? Aiden.
Dad, my film. If it makes you unhappy in any way.
I'm happy if you're happy, my director.
Well, I hope that's not the only reason you're doing this.
It's the reason I do most things. Not a bad philosophy. Relax. It's only a film. What harm can a film do?